Hello everyone, and welcome to the Mindfulness guided meditation this week from the Alps. I have just migrated from the French Riviera and here we are in the Haute-Savoie, and I'd like to show you some of the beautiful scenery. Here we are out in the woods with the sound of the birds and the odd light aircraft, ski plane, and the mountain ash, and off into the distance a few snowy peaks. I'd like to tell you about my journey up here. I was feeling nostalgic about leaving the ones I love on the coast and anticipating with happiness meeting up again with the ones I love in the Alps. And I was singing along to "If you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you're with." And I've always translated that in terms of romance and friendship. And in fact, now with mindfulness ears, I can hear it a little differently. And I don't know whether you've noticed this, but several participants on the 8-week course notice that there's a little voice that is constantly suggesting improvements and criticizing even. And somehow we can never be with the one we love, because we're always trying to be a little better or different. So we might think that we will love ourselves when we have done something useful for the environment, or been efficient at work, or not shouted at the children, or had visited the old lady down the road. And we constantly move towards this perfect self, and every time we get near, we move the bar a little higher. And so we can never be with the one we love, the one we would love if we were perfect. And with mindfulness meditation, the suggestion is that we love the one we're with. And that means being with ourselves in an accepting way, warts and all, and turning this positive, friendly regard towards ourselves in formal practice. And so with this kindly view, we fill our own cup, and in that state we just might find that we flourish, that we feel cared for and attended to by ourselves, and we feel that we have lots to give, and we're not struggling and striving, but we move forwards with more desire and enthusiasm and willingness, because we're coming from a place of fullness. And so by loving the one we're with in a mindful way, we might just find that we get closer to that perfect person that we would love. So it takes some regular practice and some noticing of that little voice, and not even criticizing when the voice is there. That's just normal. That's just what minds do. And spending time in formal practice, being with ourselves as we are. I'm going to guide us in a 10-minute mindfulness meditation, and from inside, it's getting a bit chilly out here, so stay with us. It's the formal practice that counts. Here we are, warm inside for some formal practice. I'm going to guide us in 10 minutes mindfulness of the breath, and it's an opportunity to love the one you're with. Adopting a dignified, alert posture, we close our eyes and come into the moment through the physical feelings of sitting. Settling our awareness into the lower part of the body, and feeling our contact with the chair, with the cushion. Connecting with our senses and enjoying a state of being rather than doing. So feeling the warm pressure on the chair, perhaps noticing the senses in our hands where they're resting. Perhaps noticing any feelings in the feet, either flat on the floor or folded underneath our crossed legs. Just connecting with the senses. And often, straight away, the mind starts to wander. And we simply notice it's gone. And we've gone with it. And we can bring ourselves back to this feeling of sitting and this connection with the moment and the body sitting. And working creatively with this mind that tells stories and takes us away. And coming back kindly each time to reconnect with the physical senses in the body and with the present moment. And now turning our attention towards the breath. As the body breathes naturally, we follow the flow. Sensing the air passing in the nostrils, in the throat, the lifting and sinking of the rib cage. The movement in the tummy. And knowing it's quite normal for the mind to wander. And it's quite an achievement to come back each time to be with the physical sensations in the body as we breathe. Following each breath closely. And if the mind is very busy, we can count the breaths silently as a way of maintaining a steady focus. Paying attention with care and with interest. Being really curious. How does this feel? The air in the nose. And maybe noticing the flow is more apparent one side than the other. The coolness, the warmth. the air passing on the upper lip. And there may be a sense of, am I doing it right? Maybe the judging mind is there. And just noticing that and turning attention back to the breath and allowing our experience and our meditation to be exactly the way it is. No matter if the mind's habit is to tell us if we're doing well or poorly, if we're getting close to the one that we would love if we did it just right. That's just a habit, a judging habit, and we can return to the real self in the real now with a real sense of, this is how it is. This sense of the breath, this wandering mind, and even accepting the judging as well. Paying careful attention to the experience we are with. And noticing the recurrent desire to improve or change. And coming back each time with acceptance to just feeling this breath in this moment and accepting the quality of our meditation, our experience as it is. A real sense of allowing and being with this moment and ourselves, loving the one we're with. Being here with ourselves as we are, and taking that sense of acceptance and being okay out into the next part of our day. And when we're ready, opening our eyes. Well done, everyone. I wish you a week full of moments and times of really loving the one you're with. Bye-bye for now.